Yeah, I've been painting all my life as far as I can remember. I studied art at A-level, and then my dad told me it probably wasn't the most sensible decision to become an artist, so instead I did English literature, which is also not very sensible. But yeah, so actually, on reflection, I wish I'd just done art, because I think I probably have more of a passion. Well, I know I have more of a passion for it, but yeah, so then I just sort of fitted it into my life, really. And then when my son was born, I stopped working outside the home, and so that gave me a bit more sort of time in some ways, or I needed it anyway, like the creative outlet. I'm from Somerset, England.
And how did you end up here?
I met my now husband travelling, and we did long distance forever, and then finally moved here. So he's American.
Where did you meet?
In Italy.
Oh, okay. So you were both traveling.
Yeah, I was still in college. He'd just graduated. We were just travelling.
That's very romantic, but inconvenient.
Very inconvenient. Yes.
How's it going?
It's going well. My daughter just started. How's the relationship going?
Pretty much, yeah.
Relationship's good.
Well, you have a daughter. That's a good sign.
I miss my family. We have 2 kids.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
How often do you get to go back?
About once a year these days.
So tell me how you arrived at your style.
I think for a while I was just painting things I thought other people would want, and I didn't love what I was producing. And then one day, I think I was like flicking through some music or something, because I used to play piano as well, and I just saw something that like really sparked a thought of an animal, and I decided to put the animal on the music, and it kind of just went from there, kind of incorporating backgrounds into the work that I do to kind of say something about the bird or the animal or whatever.
Your paintings are almost. I thought they might have come from almost like a scientific, or because you're very realistic and very detailed.
They are.
It's almost like you would work for Nature magazine or something.
I don't and haven't, but yeah, they are very, very detailed. Sometimes I wish I could get away from that, but it's just the way I work, I guess. So.
Do you have a particular love of nature?
Yes, definitely. And I really love drawing attention to like the tiny things, so like bugs and small birds and things, like just trying to sort of make people think about how amazing things are around us. So.
There's a lot of fun to your work because of what you paint onto. Want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, mostly I just try and amuse myself, I think, most of the time. So I'll, like this one, I was looking at the music and I saw like this phrasing and I was like, oh, okay, maybe that could be something jumping. This one has the funeral march, and it's some ants marching along. So it's kind of cool when you actually sell something to someone who gets the joke. It's like, okay, someone understands.
You learn something if you look a little bit closer.
Yeah, definitely. And there's like little musical jokes or whatever that I'm playing off, just to keep myself entertained.
Do you have a gallery, or do you just sell them yourself, or?
No, I've been working with Gallery Twist in Lexington. They have periodic shows, and beyond that, just Etsy. And I'm trying to reach out more and more to galleries. But right at the beginning of it all, because my daughter just started kindergarten in September, so now I actually have time to really focus on it. So. Yeah.
You also work with maps and some other things here.
Pretty much anything I come across, I think about painting on it. So.
I'm guessing the maps connect to wherever the birds or other animal are from.
Yeah, there's like some sort of migration theme going on with most of them. But
are you inspired when you see the bird, or you see the background to match one with the other, or how does that work?
I tend to go background first. And then think about what I think would fit well with that, and then I go and find photographs online. Like there's lots of free photograph sites that you can use, and go from there.
So where do you think you're going with your artwork? Do you know, or does it mean?
I don't know. I hope to. This is very much like a trial year to see if I can sort of expand more and approach more galleries and other places to try and sell more, because like that's what I'd love to do, is actually work professionally as an artist.
This is interesting over here. Is that a cloth? What is that?
Yes, we've got the wolf and then Red Riding Hood.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So, and around the outside of the Brothers Grimm fairy tale.
Oh, very nice.
So
clever.
Yeah, I did a whole series on like the hunter and the prey, but those are the ones that I haven't sold those to.
But you also sell on Etsy. How's that going?
It's not amazing, to be honest.
It's hard to get discovered.
It is hard to get discovered, and I think you have to pay for ads and things, which I haven't really explored as much. But Instagram I found really helpful.
Oh, really?
Just as a way to connect with other artists and people who are interested in your work, and it can just kind of feel very encouraging. So,
how's it like working with the Wellesley Society of Artists?
They've been amazing. I think I placed first in one of their shows of last year, and that was like the biggest confidence boost I could ever have had. And just meeting other artists and figuring out how to do this, because I really have no idea.
So have you got some good advice?
Definitely, yeah. And I've met other the gallery owner from Gallery Twist Lexington was at one of the shows one time, and that's how I found out about them. So it's just lots of different connections from that.
So they have a lot of workshops too. Have you ever been to any of those?
I did. I've been to a couple. They're both about quite abstract art. So, and like keeping it loose, and I'm like, well, I do very fine realistic painting, but
so this is your new direction.
Maybe. Yeah. Juggling the whole parenthood thing is definitely key for me. Figuring out how to paint in like little stretches of time rather than having whole long days, because that made a big difference once I realised I could paint for 40 minutes rather than having an entire day to do it.
Yeah. Is it hard to jump back in?
It can be, but I sort of like learnt more about like different, like the palette that I use stays wet, like that's really simple.
You work with oil?
Yeah, just acrylics.
Acrylics, okay. Acrylics usually know people like to work fast.
Yeah, and they dry really quickly, so I don't have the patience for oil all the time.
Okay.
So,
What artists were you inspired by growing up? Or even now?
Yeah, I don't know really. On Instagram,
or maybe you're not so inspired by artists, but by things.
Inspired by artists as well, but I can't think of any of their names right now.
Okay, that's all right.
On Instagram, but yeah, birds and poetry as well. I read a lot of like Mary Oliver's poetry, and she's like so focused on nature and like the tiny things and just stopping to appreciate what's around you. So that definitely feeds into what I paint.